Good morning, D&L family. In this episode of Ask the D&L Guy, we're going to go over some do's and don'ts of having your HVAC system installed. Why do you want to hire a professional? And why is it that you need to check their references, insurances, and make sure that you're getting the quality work done that's you deserve? So in this episode of Ask the D&L Guy, we're going to look at a couple instances of where we found some really shabby work. Stay tuned, coming through. Good morning, D&L family. I wanted to come to you this morning because I wanted to share something with you. We had a call yesterday. I talk about know your contractor, checking out references, making sure they have insurance, and checking if they're reputable. Remember this: good work's not cheap, and cheap work's not good. What I'm here to talk to you about this morning is we went to a job yesterday to inspect a customer's home, and what we found there was astonishing. When I say astonishing, it took my breath away. I couldn't believe that somebody in this field, in the HVAC world, would have integrity to do something like this. It was absolutely horrendous. So many things wrong, and a huge safety issue. So throughout this video, I'm going to go through different things to explain to you what's going on and what's happening, and I'm going to add some pictures in there for you to understand, and hopefully you find this video very informative. Okay, so stay tuned, and we're going to walk into the next phase of this here and talk about a little bit about the ductwork. In this picture, you're going to see the return ductwork coming off the unit has come apart, which has allowed air to infiltrate into the HVAC system. In the next photo after that, you will see the tape that they use to try and hold this ductwork to the air handler, which is not, it's not adequate, it's not professional. That air handler should have a return box on the back of that, not a taped flat piece of metal with a collar with the flex ducting coming off of it. And then you'll see in the third picture where the supply, there's a huge hole where the supply is that looks like they taped it. So those three pictures will depict where the air is coming in and infiltrating the inside of the unit. The next picture we'll show is the air handler along with the drain. This is an air handler, and the air handler requires a P-trap. It's a trap that allows the air to get out of the pipe and not cause the pipe to back up. So on air handler installations, there should be a P-trap on that unit, and it's just a straight piece of pipe. Also, you'll notice on this air handler in the next picture where the drain that goes into the air handler, there's two other auxiliary drains coming off of that don't even have the plugs put in them. They're wide open to the outside air, which means while that indoor fan is running, it's pulling air through those two holes on the auxiliary drain pan. And then in the last picture, you'll see the auxiliary drain pan at the bottom, which is an emergency drain pan, was installed underneath the unit and was never hooked up. They never even took the PVC coupling off the drain pan. It's still zip tied to it. So if the unit ever was to freeze up or drain was to get clogged, it would overflow into that pan and out the hole that you'll see there, and will run down into the customer's ceiling upstairs. This is an upstairs attic. You'll see the water run down into the attic. It'll do thousands and thousands of dollars worth of damage, and there's no safety switches on this unit at all. And safety switches, what they do is they protect in case of water damage. So if there's water that is getting into the emergency drain pan, the switch will shut that off, If the drain gets clogged, there's an emergency drain switch on that we would install that would cover that, stopping that from leaking. So the next pictures will depict that there. And then in the final picture, we talked about safety and how we want to make sure that our families, especially the D&L families, are safe. The last picture, the last two pictures will depict and show you that this HVAC company, installer, side job Bob, whoever he may have been that did this, cut roof trusses. Never, never, never allow anybody, it doesn't matter who it is, unless it's an engineer that says that you can do this, never allow anybody to cut your roof trusses. The roof is designed for load, and that load is, your trusses come up to a point, they come down, they have a stringer that comes across the bottom of it. That is to push the weight to the outside walls. When you cut those trusses, now the weight can no longer distribute to the outside walls, and what it does is it causes the top to do this. In the state of Virginia, there is, by code, when trusses are built, they're built for load. How much load per square foot can that roof hold? Snow load. And that's how they're rated. When you alter a roof truss, you now take away from that load. That load can no longer be distributed to the outside walls. So what happens if you get a heavy wet snow on top? The roof has no way to distribute it, and the roof will collapse. No, 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 no. Do not let anyone ever, ever, ever cut your roof trusses. I don't care who it is. Unless you have stamped engineered drawings that say it can be done, don't let somebody do that. This is very, very dangerous. If we get a good 17, 18, I mean, it doesn't matter. It could be 5 to 8 inches of snow, and that packs up on that roof, the roof will actually collapse in because it doesn't have the distribution of the tied-in bottom stringer across the top to transfer the load to the outside walls. So don't let anybody ever cut your roof trusses. That is bad. It's dangerous. Don't let anybody do it. Okay? That will depict in these last pictures. Guys, take a look at these. Tell me what you think. Leave a comment below. Subscribe up there in the top right-hand corner. I'm going to bring you these because I want you to understand that you got to know who's installing it. If it's $500 cheaper, there's a reason why it's $500 cheaper. Not because they want to be $500 cheaper. It's because they do shabby work. They do terrible work. They're not reputable. They don't do quality work, and this is what you get. And then you have to pay thousands of dollars to go back. This house here, the guy will probably have to pay anywhere between $5,000 to $10,000 to fix the roof trusses in his home. So stay tuned. I got another one coming up. Hey, thanks for watching this episode of Ask the D&L Guy. Don't forget, click that red button up top there and subscribe, because you'll get notifications on all our videos that we're going to put out, and we're going to put out a lot of content. So hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. There's more to come of Ask the D&L Guy. Stay tuned. And if you need to find us, you can find us on Facebook at D&L Mechanical Services, or you can find us on YouTube at D&L Mechanical Services, and hit that subscribe button, because the more subscriptions we get, the more video content we can bring to you. Thanks. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Got any questions? Leave them in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button. We'll see you soon.